I think I see a pattern. Normally someone would say two a pattern doesn't make, but I say to you,
Michael Bay.
fuck off. Oh, we went different directions on that.
Same meaning though.
Oh, totally.
Same meaning.
Yeah, Michael Bay would love if his name meant fuck off. He would love that. That is so
Would you just Michael Bay?
Will you just
I
Michael
just
Bay?
can't with you right now. Would you just Michael Bay?
Someone opens the door, you just say, Michael Bay! Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 34 of Straight to Series. My name is Connor.
I'm Ian.
And welcome, everybody. Check us out on Facebook,
Instagram,
Twitter,
SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube,
Spotify, like, comment, all that good stuff. Because we respond to those things.
We sure do.
Especially,
you're unkind.
Especially on Instagram.
Yeah, that's where we get some shit done.
That is where we get some shit done. I was scrolling through some of the comments on Instagram recently.
Oh, really?
On our most recent post. Yeah. I was having a look at them.
Were they okay?
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Of course they were good. Ian handles all the social media, but I was enjoying reading them.
So if you're offended, it's my fault.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sorry, not sorry.
But I support everything Ian says on there.
Oh, great.
So
you heard it. So
yeah,
I get a bit racy now.
I trust him.
Oh, wow.
Kind of. But yeah, today on the podcast we're going to be continuing with our Bond in review.
The Bond saga.
We're
knee deep.
We're going to be getting into some box office. It's a light news week.
It's a bit light.
But, you know, we'll throw something together. We're going to talk about something random at some stage.
We always find something to talk about.
Exactly. So we're just going to jump straight in, as all the YouTubers say, and we're going to go to box office. Because we want to talk about cats. Meow.
The gift that just keeps on giving.
It really is. So you were doing some research into the last time we spoke about cats, and you said that we guesstimated it was going to make 70 million?
70 to 75. I think 75 is what we said.
Okay.
And we were wrong. It made less.
Yay.
There we go.
Well, I mean, making less, and it's got a bit of week left, you were thinking, or this could be its last week.
Well, I'm sure it'll claw on to the little it'll get a few thousand here and a few thousand there, but it's not. I don't think it's going to be making millions.
No, it doesn't have 9 lives.
China
Maybe.
Do they eat cat?
Potentially. I just watched your mom, just to plug a better podcast than this. I just watched Your Mom's House, which is Tom Segura's podcast, and one of his producers was in China, and he apparently ate cat, dog, and snake and everything. He got to pick the snake out himself.
Did it taste like chicken?
Apparently it did.
Did it? Yeah, that's what he said.
He said it's like, he hate to be boring, but it tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
And
that's the go-to statement, isn't it?
And he was like, if you ever have frog's legs, it's kind of like that. Have you ever had frog's legs?
No, I never did.
They're kind of like, there's a lot of bone to pick through. I mean, they're nice, but you know,
not really on my to-do list. But
no?
I'm not very. I don't explore food that much.
If I see crazy thing on the menu, I'll eat it.
I'll take the crazy thing, please.
I want this thing.
What's your craziest thing?
Yeah,
I'll have 2.
I'll have 2 of them. Thank you.
Large.
Yeah. I try always whenever I'm in a restaurant abroad or something, I will eat something random and local because fuck it.
Well, I wonder if the Chinese box office will eat up cats.
We'll lap it up.
It needs something.
Yeah.
It's on 65 million. It costs 90 to 95 million to make.
Which means it costs close to 200 million for...
when you factor in marketing.
Yeah, and probably the re-release and everything.
Yeah, they double down. They have to do a fixed version.
A full re-release.
An enhanced version.
And we went looking before this podcast to see, hey, is Cats all up online? And...
we found some clips.
We found some clips of it.
No idea what's going on.
No.
There was cats. They were jellicle.
And
there was a human hand.
There was a human hand that we saw blatantly. So,
on a cat. So I don't know what happened there.
I don't know.
Maybe it's in the story.
Maybe. Potentially not. Probably not.
Judi Dench looked like Judi Dench.
She had a lovely fur coat on.
She did.
As that nice transgender character.
Oh yeah, the trans cat.
Yeah, she's the trans cat.
I don't know. Man, all I know is she's so hot in that.
Yeah. Yep. But
Cats is actually dying a death. It lost so much money. I wonder if the director's going to be in that creative prison now for ages.
I don't know.
Where people are like, "Oh, you're the Cats guy."
But he made Les Mis.
And he made A King's Speech.
A King's Speech. Like,
but I know, you're only as good as your last hit.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, some people, though, just seem to be able to transcend box office blunders.
I know. I want to...
Ruben Fletcher.
Yeah.
Like, they tapped him for Venom after he did, like, a few...
missteps.
Yeah.
Like he did Zombieland, which was good.
Which was good, but he did Gangster Squad.
Bad.
Which was bad financially and critically.
Yeah.
And then he did 30 Minutes or Less.
30 Minutes or Less.
Which was like,
yeah,
made no real money. And then they're like, hey, here's Venom.
Here's Venom. A guy who has a similar career like that is Joel Schumacher. Where...
Yeah, now he's been in DVD prison for a while.
But,
are you making another movie with Nicolas Cage?
But he made
what does he play this time? Another madman?
Another madman? No. But he made like The Lost Boys, Flatliners, Falling Down,
Phone Booth.
Hold
on, Batman and Robin.
Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
I kind of like Batman Forever, but don't tell anyone.
Batman Forever has its moments.
It does.
It really does.
It's called Jim Carrey.
Yes, it is. And no, it's and Nicole Kidman.
No.
Her whole plot point is she wants to have sex with Batman.
Yeah, and all I see is, oh, she's sexy in this.
Yeah, she literally just comes out in lingerie and Batman gets back in his Batmobile, his big stupid smile on his face. He's like, yeah.
We gonna fuck.
It's good to be Batman. Oh.
I don't think Val Kilmer is the worst Batman.
No, I don't. And I actually recently...
That was like my biggest compliment to him. You're not the worst Batman.
Not the worst Batman.
There's always Clooney.
He's got a bad ego, but he's not the worst Batman.
Yeah.
He's got a good pout. And he
does.
And he has a Batman mouth and everything.
He does have a Batman mouth, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's...
Where is she?
He's no Bruce Wayne.
No.
He's no Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, I just called him Bruce Wayne. But I only recently watched Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and I love Val Kilmer in that.
Oh, you were just 180 on him.
Oh man, I like.
And he might 180 on you in that movie.
You know what? It's funny. There are a couple of directors who can get really good performance out of actors who I don't normally like a really charming, good performance. Another one like that is Wes Anderson.
Yeah, or even David Fincher with Justin Timberlake. Social Network. Everyone was like, "Why is Justin Timberlake in that?" And then you watch the movie, and you're like, "Okay."
Oh wow, he's like really good.
Christopher Nolan did it in Dunkirk.
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles. Yeah. I was like, I can't wait to see Harry Styles get shot in the face.
And I was like,
and then I watched it. I was like,
I kind of care about Harry Styles.
I don't like how I'm not disliking him.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm going back on everything I swore I wouldn't.
No, Wes Anderson always sticks.
Bill Murray.
No, the guy who plays the Hulk in it, Edward Norton.
Norton, yeah.
Who's famously like an asshole, but in every Wes Anderson movie I watch him, he's like super charming.
Yeah, I know. He's great in them.
I'm like, oh, I really like you in this movie.
I feel like they have a good relationship, though. A good creative relationship. Like,
definitely. Well, he clearly likes the work that he does.
Yeah.
I remember watching Fantastic Mr. Fox, and I was like, if this is meant to be a kid's movie, this is so highbrow, because I loved it.
It's so good.
It's really, really good.
You cussing at me?
You cussing at me?
You cussing at me?
Because I love when, whatever.
George Clooney, Meryl Streep. How did he bag them?
I don't know. Playing foxes. Whatever, wherever he does. Oh, it's great. Bill Murray's in that as well.
Yeah, he is. He's the guy saying, you cussing at me? He's like the beaver or something.
Yeah.
The real estate guy.
The real estate beaver. Ah, it's so charming.
It's a great movie. It's a great stop motion movie, and the way the fur moves, it's almost like a mistake.
Yeah,
and he just went with it.
It's like it's all in tufts all the time.
Yeah,
and like they literally just pulled at it between each frame, and then they had the great the music behind it and everything.
Jason Schwartzman's in it.
Yeah,
I love him, and he's like the teenager.
Yeah, and he's
always spitting.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Wilson's the coach.
Yeah.
Wilson, he just pops in for a minute.
Man, and that was the first Wes Anderson movie I saw, and then I watched.
Really?
Yeah, and then I watched The Royal Tenenbaums.
God, you're young.
I know.
The Royal Tenenbaums. That's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
I want to have those matching tracksuits with my kids.
Me too.
Connor and Connor.
Connor. Oh yeah, Ian and Ian for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told me he wouldn't name his child after me.
Yeah, and I still stand by it.
And I'm not sleeping tonight. And I told him, I'm going to have twins. I've decided I'm having twins. I told my girlfriend we're having twins.
Because it is a decision.
Yeah. Not triplets. I'm not really into triplets. I'll see on the day.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm having twins. And no matter what the gender is, it's Connor and Connor S.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. And
if it's two blokes, it's still Connor and Connor S.
And show your blatant sex from Connor S is the boy. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Shame on you for thinking that was the girl. We've really broken down some barriers today.
Let's talk more about Joel Schumacher.
He has apparently had sex with over 50,000 men.
Yeah.
50,000 sexual partners.
Do you think Nicolas Cage is one of them, or just Nicolas Cage's
100%.
career?
100%.
He definitely fucked Nicolas Cage's career.
There are few actors who Joel Schumacher has fucked 100%.
I think George Clooney's one. No, or is it Chris O'Donnell?
Chris
O'Donnell might have got it.
potentially.
He
Chris
might have got it. I think he got it.
It's someone who's hungry. You know, a hungry.
Yeah.
Maybe Colin Farrell. He was a bit messed up in 2002.
Yeah, he might not even know he did it.
Yeah, he mightn't even
He
remember.
might not even know he did it.
Oh
Like,
man!
Do you know what you were snorting that line off?
I watched them.
Wasn't it erect?
Oh my god!
Schumacher penis.
I watched this great.
Course it
Was Chris Stefano. Jesus, Chris Stefano. Have you ever seen him?
I just enjoyed watching you wrestle with your mouth
my
there.
God, Chris Stefano. I'm not as a white person, or as a very white person. Sometimes when I'm trying to pronounce,
Do you identify as a white man?
I do identify as a white man
with that curly hair.
I know. Who would have guessed it? My Jewfro. But I always struggle to pronounce some names sometimes because my mouth is not made for such nuances in names.
Yeah, I wrestle with it all the time.
Yeah, but Chris Stefano, I've
Nice.
pronounced his name multiple times differently. Whatever. He's this great American comedian, and he says when you've had sex as many times as we have, you've definitely had a dick in there. And he's like, it's like having a few raisins. Like you don't notice the raisin as you're doing it. You know, you're enjoying everything, and then all of a sudden a raisin slips in there, but you're not too bothered about it because there's not that many raisins. Yeah. You know. So anyway, I've stolen 2 bits from comedians now, and I intend to keep going by stealing bits on this show.
Will we move off of Schumacher?
Yeah, sure, we'll move.
He might make Cats 2, starring Nicolas Cage.
I would watch a Cats with Joel Schumacher at the helm.
And Nicolas Cage in it.
Definitely.
Holy shit, that cat is going to be so jellical.
Oh, he's going to be a jellicle.
The most jellicalist cat there is.
He's going to Mr. Mistopheles all over
I
everyone.
want Judi Dench in there as well.
Yeah, me too. As her transgender character.
And Nicolas Cage going to play transgender.
Perfect. And can we have the scene in Cats 2 where Mr. Mistopheles rapes the guy from Team America World Police?
Yes, please.
Can we please have that?
Please. I won't watch it if it's not in it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want it to be a comedic scene.
If Nicolas Cage is in it and it's a Joel Schumacher movie, I feel like he's out for revenge no matter what. So he's going to be a jellicle cat out for revenge.
I feel like we can see that,
isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But I don't even.
This is the pitch right now.
Totally. I don't it would connect so many universes, and I don't even need the scene to be funny where he rapes. Make it a serious scene, you know.
Sure. Either way, I'll be laughing no matter what.
Oh man.
Moving right along.
Man.
And that's a nice segue to Star Wars.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So let's look at the Star Wars box office.
I loved the way last week I said people were bullying Harvey Weinstein, and now I'm saying
we should talk about that.
And now I'm saying I want to see a scene of someone whatever. Yeah. That was a real slip of the tongue. I was watching that back, and you can see the cogs in my head whirling as I'm going.
What are you saying?
What am I saying right now? Yeah.
Just go with it, man. Just go with it.
Yeah, you have to lean into these things sometimes. I just want people to know that if I ever say something like that, I'm doing a bit.
Well, I'm just letting you know the hashtag Justice for Harvey is trending worldwide right now. We're trying to get him out.
Really?
We're trying to get him out.
Considering no one looks at our Twitter, then that's got to be difficult.
Yeah, I know.
It's got to be very difficult.
The one time they look at it.
Yeah, it'll be Justice for Harvey.
Justice for what?
If Harvey Weinstein reached out to you now and he was like, hey man, do you want to come visit Hollywood or whatever, would you?
I'm going to have to suck his dick, but...
Potentially. You know, I don't think he can even get it up anymore.
I don't know. The right attractive actress walks by from 6 to midnight.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that phrase. I love from 6 to midnight. What's his name?
Harvey Weinstein.
No, not him. In Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Russell Brand?
No, not Russell Brand, but it's
Jason Segel?
No, it's the guy who's he's in War Dogs as well. I can't think of his name. He made that movie mid-90s, 21 Jump Street. Very famous actor.
Why can I not remember his name
I can't think of his name.
Oh, God.
Don't you dare look up this guy's name. This is...
Channing Tatum is his co-star.
Channing Tatum is his co-star. Very, very famous person. Say his name all the time, and that name would be... No, don't look it up. Oh, please.
It's going to be the extended edition of this
podcast. I can't look. I'll think of it in a second.
I'll give you a clue. No. Mountain.
Mountain?
Another name for a mountain.
Name for a mountain?
It's off the screen.
Is it?
Another name for a mountain. Like a short mountain, a small mountain.
Oh, Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There you go.
Fucking hell. Jonah Hill, yeah.
Welcome to this movie podcast.
Jesus Christ.
We can't
That is so
remember
bad.
Jonah Hill's name.
Whenever we are just naturally flowing, we'll be throwing out names left and right.
Like we remembered Joel Schumacher's name and not Jonah Hill's name.
We remembered Chris O'Donnell. You threw out Chris O'Donnell
O'Donnell's
like it was
name.
nobody's business.
Who is he?
He's on NCIS now, I think, or Hawaii
He
Five-0.
did a movie with Al Pacino.
He did a movie that won Al Pacino an Oscar.
Yep.
Scent of a Woman.
Scent of a Woman.
Arguably one of his worst, best movies. Hoo-ah!
She got a great ass.
No, that's from Heat.
Oh, is it?
That's from Heat.
Sorry.
And you got your head all the way up it. Yeah. Jonah Hill in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Aldous Snow gets up to do his song and he's singing along with him and he just turns to Jason Segel and he goes, man, I just went from 6 to midnight when Aldous Snow gets up there. It's a good phrase. Good phrase.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
What were we talking about before that?
Naturally,
Star Wars.
We were talking about Star Wars.
Obviously.
Just to give it a quick update, it's on 1,048,000,000. It's still trailing behind Joker, which is just crazy.
I feel like we need to talk about how well this movie's done. When we said it wasn't going to do well, we were on the money about that at the time.
But this is not doing well. Like this result is not a good result for a Star Wars movie.
But in terms of a turnaround, though, it's had an unprecedented turnaround in terms of like, no Star Wars movie has gone from that not successful to this successful. You know what I mean?
What you mean. Yeah, like it had a weaker opening than everyone expected.
Yeah.
Much weaker. Like they were already like estimating a lower I think it was around 190 they were estimating 190 million. Now for any other movie that's like, hey, we're in the money.
Woo, we're in the money, baby.
But for a movie that like a few years ago hit the 2 billion mark with Force Awakens, that wasn't great they weren't big numbers, and it held really well over Christmas. Yeah. Like really strong over Christmas. But the thing is, right, so if you think about it, The Force Awakens made 2 billion. Fuck. And then The Last Jedi made 1.3 billion. Mm-hmm. Now this looks like it's probably not going to get past 1.1 billion.
Right.
So essentially it made 900 million less than The Force Awakens.
I mean,
like that's a lot. That's nearly half. It's so close to half.
That's like bad. Considering a franchise is meant to only go up. This one has gone down.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Wow. Did you like how I explained that this did not as well? I was like, it was just such condescending. I don't know why I did that. I was like, this one did worse than that. No.
This one went this way.
This one went this way. This one
went
this way. I hate myself sometimes. Let's move on because I'm angry. Move on.
All right, let's just finish up. Box office was saying Dolittle. While we're talking about stinkers, Dolittle is dying. It's really like, it's scary that this is the first movie that Robert Downey Jr. did after the biggest movie of all time, Endgame, where he is the star. Yeah. He's the godfather of the MCU. You know?
Yeah, crazy.
And this movie cost $175 million to make.
Were you at any stage going to see Dolittle? Because I don't think I ever was.
You know what? When it was first announced, it was first announced like 2.5, 3 years ago, because this was stuck in post-production because they knew it was a tainted product. Yeah. But when it was first announced, I was like, oh, I could see that as a fun, different role for Robert Downey Jr. Mm-hmm. It cost $175 million to make. In my head, I was thinking, I bet this is going to be like an expensive comedy and cost like $90 million. Yeah. Because Robert Downey Jr. is attached to it. That's what I was thinking in my head. Yeah. Then when I seen it was $175 million, I was like, oh, it's Iron Man talking to animals. Like, this is going to be this massive action epic movie. Yeah. Like, dude, I don't know, man. This is one of those things where you're like, you're in the meeting and someone's like trying to talk you into its pants, and they're like, okay, so it's going to be Dolittle, he's going to be talking to animals, it's going to be set back in the period kind of time, and there's going to be all this action and all
he's
like that.
He's going to be Welsh.
I need $175 million, and they go, the door is that way. I got Robert Downey Jr. assigned to it. Oh wait, actually close that door. Okay, we can talk.
Box office sensation Robert Downey Jr.
We can talk about this.
It says a lot about the strength of this property that not even RDJ himself could get anyone to come see it.
I know. The trailer was so bad. That first trailer was like, we're showing you a bad movie.
Garbage.
How many lines of dialogue does Robert Downey Jr. have in that first movie? It's just like,
4.
let's go there.
Yeah, let's go there.
You know, or something like, I can't even remember. Oh, jolly good chap.
But they released the trailer like they'd been teasing Dolittle for years and years, and people were waiting with bated breath. And they put this trailer out like it was like,
give me it.
Put this trailer out, and it's like, oh my god, Dolittle is finally out, and everyone was like, what? What do you mean? Like it was just a complete misstep marketing wise. Yeah. But, I mean, it got him on the Joe Rogan Experience, and that was a great episode.
Yeah, and as we said last week, that probably more people actually watched the Joe Rogan Experience than this.
110%. 110% more
and
people
my God,
watched.
is that guy well-educated.
Makes me feel like a big dum-dum.
Oh, he's so articulate. I was just listening going, he hasn't said in like 20 minutes. What the hell's going on? He
sits there and he thinks about what he has to say, and then he says it, and I'm very impressed.
He sounds like a true artist.
Yeah.
But he grew up in that kind of environment.
Totally.
His dad was a director.
Yeah. I bet he'd never forget Jonah Hill's name.
Oh, he would never. He would laugh at us.
I bet he doesn't forget a name.
But he'd be like, Joel Schumacher? Who's that?
Who? Sorry? He was like, oh yeah, him? He tried to have sex with me when I was struggling.
Well, when he was coked out of it, maybe he did have sex with me.
Yeah, maybe. Right.
And we should just say that Bad Boys for Life is still crushing it. It's on 225 million at the moment with a 90 million budget.
And because of its success, we actually have a review to it, which leads us nicely into our next area, our next topic.
Ooh, I like that.
I like how I did that. Ooh.
I'm doing a Henry Cavill for a second.
Cavill reloading the arms. You know what I hated? When that came out, it was a meme and everyone loved it and blah, blah, blah. When he was on talk shows, like American talk shows, they were like, oh, can you tell us how you do it? He would do it in the studio. And I was like, don't fucking do that. It's so lame. So lame.
If you're going to do anything, tell him to take his shirt off.
Yeah. Tell him to grow a mustache instantly. Ask him how he made his top lip do all that quivering in Justice League.
I know, that must be a special talent. How did he make his lip float like that as well?
I don't know. I really don't.
It's really weird. He could probably be a really good ventriloquist.
Totally, definitely. He clearly his mouth moves without him knowing. Yeah, and he can keep it shut if he needs to.
And his upper lip has like extra muscles than anyone else's, because that's the thing.
That's the thing, right?
That's what I've been looking at all those breakdowns, and they're saying your top lip doesn't have a muscle. So it's dictated by all the muscles around your top lip. Oh,
but his does.
So, yeah, and all, like, really bad de-aging does that as well, where they start moving the top lip, like, the top lip starts coming out like that. And it's not right. That's cool. It makes no biological sense.
Right. I'm going to look out for that now. That's really interesting. But it also, you always hear the thing, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile as well. You know, all that shit.
That's what I say to pretty women.
That's what I say to I say, I walk up to women I'm attracted and say, hey, smile.
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 For fuck's sake, smile.
Smile. You know? Because that's charming.
Yeah.
Women love that.
Oh, yeah, no, they love that.
Women love that. They like being told what to do.
Yeah.
If James Bond has taught me anything, it's that women like to be told what to do.
I like to do it while I breathe cigarette smoke into their face. Hey, smile.
Smile.
Why don't you smile?
Smile more.
I'll like you more.
Yeah, I'll like you more. Hey, you know, you'd be really beautiful if you smiled more.
And then they smile and go, strike that. I didn't see your teeth, okay? I didn't see them until now.
Some of the, like, worst male behavior I find so fucking funny. Like the guy who thinks he's like the nicest dude in the world who's walking around going, hey, smile more. Or even the one who's like white knighting people. He's like, dude, if anyone's ever like harming you, just come to me. I'll protect you.
Yeah, I'll protect you.
Or he's like, dude, men are pigs, okay? Men are pigs. We're like,
I hate that.
They are totally the worst. Like, I can't believe someone would do that too.
I'm so not like them.
I'm really into feet. But he sneaks that in there every now and then.
Of course,
he's like, men are like the worst. Like, they're totally like, I can't believe a man would do that. We are just disgusting. Women are the higher species. I'm really into feet. Will you let me play with your feet?
Yeah, can I suck the lint out of your toenails?
I just can't believe that men are like so terrible to people. Can we cuddle? Can we cuddle tonight? Men are the worst.
I know. I eat toenails like Pringles, but like, fuck that guy.
Bad Boys for Life.
Bad Boys for Life.
Bad Boys for Life.
You had a great segue. And then you ruined it.
Then I ruined it. We went off the bridge on that one because we were never on the bridge.
We were never on the bridge. Bad Boys for Life is good.
Yeah, you saw it. I didn't.
It's good. I was kind of shocked because we watched... Well, have you watched the second one yet?
No, not yet.
Matt, you asked me the other day, you're like, how was the second one? I was like, it was 2 hours and 20 minutes long. That's how it was.
Yeah, that's how you described it to me.
So you have your... Bad Boys 1 is a 2-hour long music video, and it's Michael Bay's first ever movie.
Yeah.
Then he goes off and makes a few movies, and he comes back to make Bad Boys 2.
8 years?
And what's odd, no, it's a bit less than that, I think.
Okay.
But either way, he learns. Oh no, it is. It's around 8 years, isn't it? 1995 to around 2002, 2003.
Think so.
Yeah. So it is jumping down your throat like that.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. Smile more. You should smile more. Okay, I take that back. Frown. Yeah, you look way better frowning. What I was gonna say, yeah. So the first movie is like a 2-hour long music video, and then because that's all he made was music videos before then, and then he made a bunch of movies, and then when he comes back to Bad Boys for Life 2, it's like he learned less, like he forgot more.
Well, he learned to do the thing where if you put one person against the wall, you can just spin a camera around.
Yeah. Actually, you got me on that one.
Yeah. He learned how to do
He's a genius.
Man's a genius.
And Michael Shannon is in it, which is fun. And
He's a
he's
racist.
so racist in it, but hey.
So is Adam Driver in Black Klansman, and it's great.
Oh, well, no, not Adam Driver.
Yeah, he's fake racist.
Oh, yeah.
But like he says,
of course,
he has arguably the most racist line in the entire movie, and it's I've never been so happy in a movie to have such a racist line. I was like, oh fuck.
That's a great movie though.
Yeah.
It's so good, and the whole thing of him being a white guy who's not affected by it, but then the whole Jewish thing comes up, and then it really starts to grind on him.
You know, the guy in real life wasn't Jewish. They just changed that for the movie.
Oh, well, it was a very good creative decision.
Yeah, totally. It made it it clearly adds so much more tension to everything. But yeah, when he's really racist in that one scene, it's like, well, I'm really happy he did that, but at the same time, he just said something.
Must have been uncomfortable on set.
Oh, totally. It's an uncomfortable thing to say. Imagine reading that in the script.
I know. You're like, shit, I have to say that.
Spike Lee is looking at you as you're reading the script, and you're like,
and he's like, with conviction, please.
With conviction, please.
Oh, okay.
I want you to look at me when you say it as well.
Fuck me, Jesus Christ.
It's intense.
Yeah.
But he loves Adam Driver, Spike Lee.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
But here, Bad Boys for Life.
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about.
It's okay.
Okay.
I'd recommend it.
You said it was the best of the Bad Boys.
It is. That's not saying much though.
No.
I think the best thing about Bad Boys is Martin Lawrence and Will Smith and the chemistry they share.
And
they're great.
Who have they got to replace Martin Lawrence in this movie? Because I saw.
There's an older, fatter Martin Lawrence that replaces Martin Lawrence in this movie.
Okay.
Like he'd have to lose weight to play Big Mama in Big Mama's House 4. Like
Right.
That's how bad it is.
The suit would be too unbelievable now.
You made a good point of like if you look at the posters, it's false advertisement.
Oh my God.
Because he looks like he doesn't look fit, but he
looks Bad Boys 2 Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, he does. Because Bad Boys 2 Martin Lawrence is still a chunkier Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, totally.
But this is like the extra large Martin Lawrence.
Bad Boys 2 Martin Lawrence looks like a family man.
Yeah.
Bad Boys Martin Lawrence looks like kind of like the player still and everything.
Yeah, where Bad Boys 3 he's like in his Alfred Hitchcock kind of phase.
Yeah. Side on is not a good look. But you were saying his weight like fluctuates throughout the whole movie.
You can kind of see where he gets a bit better, and then it kind of goes down and up and down. But they do address that they're super old in it because they're both in their 50s now.
Yeah.
So
they're setting up a franchise apparently.
Suppose like if you watch the movie, it kind of turns into Fast and Furious with the whole team effort.
Yeah.
So I can see that happening, and it's already in development.
Yeah.
Bad Boys 4. So
I mean,
honestly, if you like the franchise, this one would be great then for you. Now the story, it still is off the rails.
Yeah.
But here the directing duo, the two guys, I don't know their names, but they're not like these hot shot guys on the scene. Like this is their first big movie. They've already been in talks with Marvel.
They have.
So they've impressed the bigwigs.
Marvel, like they said, they reach out to people who are cool and upcoming and they like,
have a few chats with them.
Yeah. I don't think...
Keep him in their pocket.
Who's the biggest name director Marvel ever got? Probably Joss Whedon.
I would say Jon Favreau afterwards, though.
Yeah.
It was Jon Favreau. Like, Jon Favreau now is the Lion King and the Jungle Book guy.
Yeah.
But at the time, you're like, wait, why are you getting Jon Favreau to do this?
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I can't even think. Like, Edgar Wright was probably their most famous director, and he dropped out.
And he pulled out, yeah. Yeah, that is interesting. Like Kenneth Branagh at the start.
Kenneth Branagh, that's it.
He's an established director and actor.
That's 100% it. He was easily their most famous director.
And what's the name? Joe Johnston, who did the first Captain America. Like, he did Jurassic Park 3.
Park 3, yeah.
Yeah, so those kind of earlier guys, but they're the guys that were probably harder to manipulate and direct.
Totally.
Where, the Russo brothers were just so happy to get the gig. They're like, what foot do you want me to lick?
Totally. But I think that came with when the Russo brothers came in. They were like, we will like fill this out into the Marvel universe. Like, we will make a story that works in the Marvel universe if you help us build, if you will let us help us build. Whereas those guys were like, sure, I'll make a Thor movie, but you got to let me do what I want with it, you know?
But that's the thing. If you brought in Spielberg to do like say the next Superman, you don't tell Spielberg how to shoot the movie.
No,
you know,
he does what he wants.
He does. I'm motherfucking Steven Spielberg.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do what I want.
We both said Steven Spielberg exactly at the same time. I quite like that.
Jinx, motherfucker.
Jinx, motherfucker.
But you know, like, you don't tell Spielberg what to do.
No.
He does what he wants to do. Where the Russo brothers, he kind of got them by the balls. Even though by Endgame, you trust them.
Yeah,
They're
totally.
like, right, we got some good ideas.
I want the Russo brothers to, whatever Kevin Feige decides, I want the Russo brothers to sit in on it. Because I feel like there's some magic there.
It'd be a good writer's room.
Yeah.
Just
really.
throwing out ideas.
Man, those guys are so impressive.
It's a safe place.
And even watching them like break down all the characters and talk about all the things that they've done leading up to it, I'm like, they're so knowledgeable.
It makes you think, how the hell were they doing Arrested Development?
Yeah.
Like, I think Arrested Development is great.
That first season of that show is television gold.
Absolute superb.
Yeah.
The first 2 seasons are so good.
Yeah.
The third season looks great now compared to 4 and 5.
They're really, like, Arrested Development, it's running itself into the ground, and I
think it's done. I think
like
it's
it.
done now.
I hope it's done.
I think the writing's on the wall. I think, like, Netflix are like they've been pretty cutthroat with other shows.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't watched the last 10 episodes.
Oh man, I have.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what happens. Happens. I've forgotten it all.
Well, here, one other bit of review.
Oh yeah.
News that we have is I seen 1917.
You did.
And I'm in love with the movie.
Yeah, that's what
it's
you
great.
Said. A dedication to Sam Mendes' grandfather.
Yes, and Sam Mendes is just coming off James Bond fame.
Yeah.
He had the doubler. He did Skyfall and Spectre.
Yeah.
So this is his next movie since Spectre.
He got nominated. It's in the Oscars.
It's got many nominations. And it won. Didn't it win like Golden Globe Best Picture?
I think so.
Yeah. I would highly recommend it. If people are into war movies and you feel like you've seen every war movie, this is so different.
It's a Dunkirk.
Yeah, except it's even more contained because like this is just a light synopsis. Anyone sees the trailer, you'll actually see more than what I'm about to say. But it's about 2 guys who are just tasked with warning 1,600 soldiers who are about to march on what they think is like, you know, a surprise attack when the Germans are actually fully aware and have this all set up and they're just going to march into a trap. And they think they got, you know, the Germans by the balls.
Yeah.
So these 2 men are just tasked to travel to warn that faction of the army.
Which is historically accurate, by the way. Not the 2 guys going, but like that is actually what happened in World War One.
Like 2 guys had to do it and they had to go through like all these different no man's lands that were abandoned because like the lines had changed, you know, they'd been pushed back and all like that. And it's just like, it mainly just centers on these 2 guys. And it's so contained, like it's so small in this massive backdrop of World War One. It's just these 2 guys, and that's what I love about it. And like, I think we've mentioned this before, but it's shot to look like one take.
I'm such a sucker for that shit.
And you know, Birdman does the same thing. It's just a oneer. But Birdman, even though I love Birdman, it's a gimmick in Birdman. It's not necessary. Where with this movie, it feels necessary because it works with the timeline, and it makes it way more personal and way more realistic because you're experiencing what the characters are experiencing in real time.
Yeah.
So you're like, fuck, here's a puzzle, here's a task, here's people that they have to fight or whatever, and then it kind of simmers down, and we're traveling again and we're walking, and it makes it more of an experience. And like, oh man, it's so gritty, like because of this real time effect, you can feel like the dirt in your pores. Like, I loved it.
I love that Sam Mendes, you know, he you know, worked on a franchise and then he did a passion project, you know, like
perfect.
It's the way to do it. Whereas Michael Bay, you know, he worked on Transformers and Bad Boys.
But he worked on Transformers and then worked on Transformers and then worked on
Transformers.
Five movies.
6 movies. And the best one is
the one he didn't direct.
Crazy.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
And funny enough, the best Bad Boys is
Bad Boys 3, the one that
what? He didn't direct that either.
I'm going to use my Rain Man abilities, and I'm seeing a pattern.
Me too. I think I see a pattern. Normally someone would say 2 a pattern doesn't make, but I say to you,
Michael Bay.
Fuck off. Oh, we went different directions on that.
Same meaning though.
Oh, totally.
Same meaning.
Yeah, Michael Bay would love if his name meant fuck off. He would love that. That is so.
Would you just Michael Bay?
Will you just
I
Michael
just
Bay?
can't with you right now. Would you just Michael Bay?
Someone opens the door, you just say Michael Bay. Fuck off.
I can't right now. Michael Bay.
Michael Bay. Yeah, and you know what? It has to be an unnecessary fuck off. It has to be where fuck off is far too extreme for what someone does.
Yeah.
You know, where someone's like,
we're out of tartar sauce.
fuck off,
Michael
Bay. It just makes no sense. I love that. I love extreme reactions to things that are so normal. I will say terrible things to people where they're like, "Hey, listen, we don't have any white bread, but we brown bread instead." I'll just
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
But anyway, I just want to say 1917 is fantastic. And the score by Thomas Newman is, it's really quiet and it's just lurking in the background, and then when it opens up and breathes, you're like, oh fuck, there's been a score here all along.
Is it memorable?
Fantastic.
The score?
Not really, not in that kind of sense. It just sets a mood. It's not like super melodic.
Okay.
But I really I adore this movie.
Yeah, it shows.
I really do.
I really want to see it.
And Roger Deakins is the cinematographer for it, and he is the guy, the genius that made 2049 and won the Oscar. And it's very different because like that was all digital landscapes, 2049. Yeah. Well, even though this, I'm sure, it probably has that David Fincher sneaky CGI that you're not really noticing because you don't want to look out for it.
I mean, every movie has that now.
I talked to you about this though a few days ago, that like what we do, you know, we watch so many movies, all I did was try to find the cutscenes. Yeah. Like the parts, so like it's shot like it's one take, but it's not one take. Obviously, it's impossible to do. Yeah. So there's always these little points where you're like, clearly they must have, you know, this is another take. This is a cut. And yeah, I wish I didn't do that because it does take me slightly out of the movie. Yeah, but I can't help it.
It's just the fact that we have a film podcast and we love movies so much. To a degree, we ruin movies for ourselves because we're so enamored with how they were made and everything. That
and I should say though that it is seamless.
Oh yeah,
but you can clearly see where they could have done it.
Okay, you gotcha. Know? It's suspected
like
cutting.
There's nothing janky about it. It's not like, oh look, they just morphed into a different shot.
Totally. We should say we both watched all of Fleabag after many years. Yeah. Many years.
Well, at least season 2 just came out like a few months ago.
So anyway, we watched both seasons and ended up loving it.
Loving it.
It's so funny.
I hate Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
She's so fucking talented.
She's so talented.
Insanely talented.
We were saying that like she's not conventionally like the super hot chick. Yeah. But I think a part of it is just the talent and how funny she is, and of course she does look really nice as well. Yeah. But we're both enamored with her.
Oh yeah, very enamored. Yeah. She's just everything about her personality and everything in the show even. But like, yeah, I'm just enamored with her, and she seems so charming and nice as well. Whenever I see her on a talk show,
and there's a connection with 1917 for the sexy priest.
Oh yeah, sexy priest Andrew Scott.
All you heathens out there thinking like, yeah, his name is Andrew Scott, but yeah, the sexy priest is in 1917.
Moriarty.
And he kind of pops in it. Yeah. Like, he's not in it for a lot. Actually, a little bit of advice: if you're thinking of seeing 1917, don't rewatch the trailer. Okay. Like the first trailer gives away things that you don't realize. Except we're only talking about how we kind of have those movie calculators in our heads. Yeah. Where, like what I was doing with the cutscenes. At one point, I was like, I'm nearing the end of the movie. I haven't seen a very big pivotal scene that's in the trailer.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm like, I can see how this is gonna go now. Totally. And I was like, fuck. I wish. Same with some of the actors in it as well.
It's like I haven't seen that person in a while. Like in the home. Yeah, I do the exact same thing.
I know. You got your movie calculator in your head, and you're like, wait, this isn't adding up yet. There's something missing.
That's the problem with Marvel movies and big releases and everything.
X equals.
Yeah, exactly. I saw this in the trailer. Therefore, me not seeing it yet means it's coming up soon. Yeah. You know.
I always say this, the Avengers, the first trailer for the first Avengers, you know, the Hulk catches Iron Man.
At some stage. You don't know when it's going to happen.
So when he goes up there and the suit fails at the end and he's falling down, you're like, oh, this is the part where Hulk...
This is where it catches him, so he's not dead. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, check out Fleabag 1917.
Yeah, sorry, I trampled all over your Fleabag review.
Oh no, not at all. I just wanted a quick one to mention it because I feel like we've spoken about her before. On our year in review, we talked about her having an amazing year.
An extremely honourable mention.
Yes, an extremely honourable mention to Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and we just wanted to say that we finally watched her show and can appreciate just how good it is.
Just how good she is.
To come from a one-woman show to that. Oh, unbelievable. So good. Loved it.
Brilliant.
And she's a very attractive lady.
Yeah, she is. And I think a big part of it is her talent.
She's just so talented.
She really is.
I'm enamored.
I kind of hate her, though, at the same time.
I hate her.
Like, you shouldn't exist.
Yeah. No one should be this talented.
Yeah.
No one. I think the same about Donald Glover.
Oh, he is just out of this world. The fact that he's a great musician, he's really good at singing. Like, he's really good at singing.
Really good.
He's not just like a rapper. He's a really good singer.
Not just a really good singer, a really good singer-songwriter.
And then he's also a writer. But he's not just a writer. He's a producer and a director.
Yeah.
And he's a really good actor.
And he was really good at stand-up comedy.
He was really good at stand-up as well. And he was quite young.
Very young.
He was on like the writing staff for 30 Rock.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
He showed up in 30 Rock a few times as well.
Yeah. And if he actually looked after himself, he's a pretty good looking dude.
He's a very attractive man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is in the same.
Yeah, she's like the female version, like
in the same category. Brad Pitt as well.
Fuck off, Brad Pitt.
There are a lot of people.
All men are created equal. Yeah, fuck it. Have you seen Brad Pitt?
No, God.
Do you know? I was only thinking the other day. I was watching Brad Pitt doing his speech again, where he was so fucking funny and handsome.
I love that you watched it again.
Oh.
I knew it's one of those. It's just such a good speech.
I realized that magic could exist because if I was in a club standing next to him, I'm telling you now, I would be invisible.
Yeah, totally. No one would see you there.
I'd be invisible.
You could take a.
I'd be like Dave Bautista. I'd be Drax.
You could take a picture with Brad Pitt, and someone would go, "Oh my God, you got a picture of Brad Pitt." It's like, no, I'm
right there. I'm closer to the camera.
I'm more in the frame than he is, and it's like, yeah, but Brad Pitt.
That's his hand.
Yeah, exactly. We should also do our check-in for James Bond in review.
Yeah, baby. Now we only did one movie.
I watched Thunderball, and I didn't even start You Only Live Twice.
Yeah.
And you started You Only Live Twice.
I just started it, but definitely next week.
Yeah.
I say we do 3 next week.
Yeah, I'm going to blitz them next week, so I'm going to go.
So what will we do? Will we do
You Only Live Twice. On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
With George Lazenby.
And then
Diamonds Are Forever.
Diamonds Are Forever. And that will end Sean Connery's
run.
So
except for that fake movie, but we won't talk about that.
Never Say Never Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked my dad. He was I know we were talking about not doing that one, and I spoke to my dad, and he in my opinion, the official James Bond source for all James Bond media.
Okay.
And I said to my dad, should we watch Never Say Never Again? He said no. Don't include it on the list. So I was like, okay. I won't. Yeah.
Fair enough.
If you say so.
Yeah.
But
I'm happy with that.
But yeah, Thunderball is great.
I love Thunderball.
Yeah, me too.
And
it's slow.
Underwater for like 2 hours of the 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Man, the underwater is so good, but it goes on for so long.
Yeah, like it goes on way too long, and also it takes around an hour to start up.
Oh
the movie
my God.
is stuck in second gear for so long, and like, by the way, we just said it's great, but man, like, you're going, come on, come on, I'm willing it.
You're watching the whole plan. You're not in the dark about it. You're watching everything happen.
Everything.
And it looks really good, and you're enjoying it along the way, but it goes on for so long.
Will we address the fact that James Bond sexually assaults a woman in this?
James Bond, I'm going to use a word I hate. James Bond in the opening of this movie is very problematic.
It's problematic.
Very problematic.
The way I was viewing it, I'm like, just women don't know what they want until they know what they want, and James just has to show them by forcing himself upon them.
I mean, in the
don't kiss me, and then he kisses her, and she's like, okay.
In the other movies, I'm kind of like, he's getting close. He's getting very close. Pussy Galore was very like, whoa. You are. I don't think he even was on the edge. I think he pushed it a bit too far with that one.
You're forcing yourself.
But oh my God, at the beginning of this movie.
But in my head, I'm like, once he kisses her, she gonna know what she wants.
Yeah, that's the weird thing in this universe. It's like, man, I buy.
He just needs to kiss her. He just needs to kiss her by any means necessary. He just needs to kiss her.
I was like, the movie convinces me that
Then she goes from 6 to midnight.
Yeah, I'm like, man, she does really like this guy. He's just speeding the process along, but it's so wrong. It's so wrong.
Oh, it's
like I'm
50 Shades of fucked up. Like,
I'm watching it and getting very uncomfortable. I'm like, oh my, I'm trying to root for you, James.
But you know what? One thing I was enjoying. Now this is controversial to say.
Yeah.
But all women need that. No. This is controversial to say, but that movie and that type of acting and all those actions in it are extinct pretty much now.
I know.
So in a way, it's this amazing time capsule of like, whoa.
Yeah.
And
this
that's
was
why
fucked up. Yeah.
It's fucking history. Don't ignore it. It happened.
Yeah.
And all we can really do is go, that's wrong now.
Yeah.
But we take it for what it is. And like, I'm watching it going, oh my God, Roger. Would you... I'm not Roger. Sorry. I was about to say Roger Moore.
He'd be very offended if you said
Mr. Connery.
Sean Connery could still beat both of our asses, and I think he's wheelchair bound right now.
Oh, I don't know now.
I think he's got a gun in that wheelchair.
Yeah, probably.
He'll pistol whip a motherfucker.
Yeah, and he doesn't even have to aim. He aims with the hip.
How does James Bond shoot? He doesn't aim.
He aims with the hip. Just like he does with the ladies. It's all in the hips.
Bam. Man. His hips are his most powerful asset.
But here, Thunderball is fun.
It's just building again. Like, he has the DB5, he has the gadgets. It's just building constantly. He walks in to do the hat gag, and the hat rack is moved, and he just hangs it on there.
The henchman, Largo. Yeah. Number two. And he's got this stylish eye patch that's definitely D&G. Like, it's so cool. I just love the tropes, of course he's a bad guy, so he needs an eye patch.
Give him an eye patch.
He's too evil to see out of two eyes.
Eye patch and a foreign accent. That's how you do it.
That's it. And then, of course, what's his pet? Is it a lion? Is it a tiger? Is it piranhas? No, it's sharks, baby.
Oh man, when someone's in that swimming pool and he just presses the button.
And like the thing, he's got two pools. He's got a shark pool that has like a tunnel that goes to his other pool in case his guests need to be eaten by sharks.
Yeah, I just love that every
you could say, oh, maybe he needs to move the sharks from one pool to the other so he can clean that pool. No, it's so they can feast on someone.
It's to feast on people. I love that every member of Spectre, wherever you are in their house, there is a button that will kill you.
Oh yeah, of course.
No matter what it is, no matter where you are in someone's house, they have a button that they can press.
Fire.
It's just instant death in some terrible way.
I love the ridiculous pets that they have. I'm a shark guy myself.
I'm a shark guy, yeah.
And they make up like the breed of shark. They're like something like it's the Golden Lagoon shark or whatever. I don't know. It's called. Didn't they rename the location that's filmed in? It's somewhere in the Bahamas.
Oh yeah, and they renamed it.
It's like Thunderball Reef or something like that now.
Yeah, it's so
which
cool.
Is really cool. And I was reading that Sean Connery was really in peril when those sharks. So like he had to demand that they put up some sort of plexiglass.
Yeah.
They were just going to throw him in there.
I'm not surprised.
This is the fourth movie of a massive franchise, and they're just like, we'll throw you in there with the sharks. And he was like, okay, but I want a barrier between us. And one of the sharks got over the barrier because it was only like a 3-foot barrier. Yeah. So it went over it and got in.
It's crazy. This movie, like the way movies were made is crazy.
Can you imagine that though? That's like putting George Clooney today in like a shark pool and being like, "Well, we'll kind of give you a sort of barrier." Sharks are stupid. They're not gonna figure it out.
The only actor I can see agreeing to that today is Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise would totally do that, and he'd take a bite out of those sharks.
He would. He'd let a shark bite him.
Yeah, and he'd be like, "Oh, is that how we're doing?"
Yeah, he'd bite it back. Yeah. Snap its neck. But. It's just great, and it's building on it. It's such a time capsule, and
it really is.
I really enjoy watching it. I'm still enjoying it. Now, you started You Only Live Twice, and so far it's the weakest of them all.
The weakest. So that would be the 5th movie now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's the weakest so far. I'm an hour deep, and it hasn't added anything to the James Bond lore. Yeah. You know, where all the first 4 movies really add something new that becomes a Bond trope for the next like 4 decades.
Right.
So that's what it's missing. But man, Thunderball, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Honestly, really did.
I told you it's a good movie. So I have something to say. We're going to move off the Thunderball review and we're going to go into trailers. The Fast and Furious 9 trailer just dropped on YouTube. Do you want to watch it live on the podcast and react to it?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's do that.
How many times do you think he says family? How many times do you think he says family in this trailer?
4.
We haven't seen it.
We've never.
No, honestly.
Hand to God, the time now is in 21 minutes past 9 in Ireland, right? I just got a notification on my phone 3 minutes ago, Fast and Furious 9 trailer. I thought it came out earlier because I obviously have a reminder for when this comes out.
Of course. Big Vinny is releasing a movie.
And yeah, it was just some preview, but apparently the official trailer is out. So we may have to cut it out, but we're going to watch it and react to it, and we'll let you know. But before we do that, 4 times he says family. That's what I predict.
4 times. Damn. I think that's a good estimate. Okay. I'm gonna go all in. 5. I'm gonna say 5.
Okay, cool. And we'll just say we both lose if he doesn't. If he goes.
If he says it.
If he says it 3 times or if he says it 6 times, we still lose.
Okay.
It's got to be 4 or 5.
4 or 5, right? I'm 5.
Okay, I'm 4. Oh, this is great. I'm so glad this has happened because I really wanted to watch this trailer before we were on the podcast.
Wait, that's 6 hours.
That's the one from earlier. I got a 21. Oh man, let me see. One Media, that was who put it out. Apparently, it's the official trailer. It's 4 minutes long.
What?
Yeah. Go to One Media's page. They were the guys who put it out.
There's 4 minutes.
Oh, 4 minutes. That's got to be it.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
We might have to edit this out.
Yeah.
For sound reasons. And we're back in.
We're back.
Holy fucking shitballs!
My God.
Brother! I'm John Cena. Yeah, John Cena.
He only said family once. And it wasn't even him, it was Helen Mirren.
John Cena is Dom's brother.
By the way, there's no way John Cena doesn't make it to the barbecue at the end.
No.
He totally does.
Think?
He has to.
He'd be in the barbecue at the end?
That's the whole thing. It's got to be.
Yeah, because they're going to reconcile.
Yeah.
So, they're brothers.
They're brothers.
What the fuck?
Oh my. You know what? I was watching the trailer and he was like, my purse is catching up to me. And I'm sitting there.
He says that all the fucking time.
No, but I was sitting there going and John Cena's there and they're face to face and I'm watching and I'm like, they're brothers.
But isn't Dom like Dominican?
Dom is Dominican. His sister, though, is... So that's her... Is it her brother as well?
What?
The sister, because Paul Walker's wife is there.
Shit, yeah.
And he says
But she's got that kind of exotic tint to her as well.
Yeah, but also John Cena, he calls him little brother as well.
Who?
Dom calls John Cena little brother.
Of course he does. By the way, before we watched this trailer, I was saying to Connor that I bet John Cena's arms would be concealed in some sort of jumper.
Yeah.
And they were.
I didn't see John Cena in a short sleeve in this.
No.
When he was next to Vin Diesel.
And for anybody who wants to like have nightmares forever, you should check the character poster out. If anyone's watching this on YouTube, you'll see it now.
Hulk hands.
He's got these inflatable arms, John Cena does, like in the character poster. It's crazy.
What I always think of...
You think they got the same steroid guy?
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
I think when I see those arms, all I think of is in Rick and Morty where they're trapped in the elevator and from the Hulk musical and Jerry's punching the buttons and it's like, Jerry, those Hulk hands don't make you stronger. He goes, I know, friends make me stronger. I saw the same musical you did. I love that line. But yeah, John Cena does not get his arms out in this.
No.
But they do make him taller than Dom.
They do.
They make him taller.
But they don't make him. I'm sure he is taller than Dom. It's John Cena.
And Helen Mirren is in it, but I didn't see Jason Statham.
Or The Rock.
Or The Rock, which is interesting.
Someone's back.
Someone's back.
Han. Booby.
Han comes in eating away like he always does.
The guy who... Is that now how they say? Oh, that's why Jason Statham's character, Deckard Shaw. That's why he's a part of the family now because he didn't really
kill Han. So literally, they've brought Han back to redeem Deckard Shaw.
Yeah.
Even though Vin Diesel doesn't like that those movies did well.
You know what? That works for me because I kind of like Jason Statham in the universe. So fuck it.
And I really like Han.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He was a charismatic guy, and
he'll bring back Gal Gadot.
Oh yeah. Man, those two had chemistry.
No one dies in this universe.
No, they just keep bringing them back.
Yeah.
Bringing them back.
You'd be headless at the end of the movie and it's like, he'll be back in the sequel.
Back. Yeah. There's no way John Cena doesn't get added to the family at the end. No way. For Fast 10, if they don't kill Deckard Shaw, they're not going to kill John Cena.
You think he will make the barbecue then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you just said there's no way he will make it.
Oh, I meant there's no way he doesn't make it to the barbecue.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah, I get you.
Yeah. There's no way.
Definitely.
No fucking way. He doesn't come to the barbecue at the
I wonder
end.
what his name is in the movie. Because then, like, Dom's second kid, he's going to call...
They said
Cena.
his name. They said his name.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure they
I
did.
didn't listen.
Big Arms McGee or something like that.
Oh, man. And
He's his brother. He does look like he's tanned there.
kind
Like
of.
they-
I can kind of... I stupidly now
I
in
know,
my head,
I know.
I'm like, I can kind of see it, maybe. You know what I was... Oh, what a great poster.
There, and there's Dom. Yeah, you can see.
You know what I was watching it and I was going, the only time Vin Diesel gets beaten up in that is when there's literally 15 men on top of him.
I know.
His ego in
And we
this
don't even see
movie.
the ending of that.
No.
So, like, I would be surprised if
he
he does a
throws
big
them all off.
Neo,
Yeah.
you know, and all the Agent Smiths go all
Yeah.
over the place like confetti.
Man, every movie he's like, I gotta be the toughest one.
He
Gotta
gets
be the
stra-
toughest
He takes
one.
a car to the face.
I don't...
He takes a vehicle to the face.
and he catches it.
That's what it looks like.
I don't even know. Charlize Theron has an even worse haircut in this movie.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
To her hair.
They're trying to make her unattractive and it's just not working.
It's not working, but, like, you're taking, like, 1 point off her attractiveness.
Yeah, but then you look
So
at
now
her...
she's like a 9?
Yeah, now she's like a 10 instead of an 11.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I mean this blows.
I love that trailer.
I loved it
It's
too.
so bombastic and just it doesn't give a fuck.
If only we were at the music event.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine the crowd when Han showed
Brothers!
up? You imagine the brothers drop, the Han drop,
Oh,
everything.
Amazing. Do you think they all went out on stage and then Han walks out at the end?
No, he walked in from the crowd eating something.
Of course, yeah.
That's what he did.
Pure Han style.
Yeah, because he has a oral fixation. That's why he's always eating. Yes.
Hey, bring back Wonder Woman now.
Yeah, man. Oh no, she's definitely dead.
Yeah, I
She
feel
fell
like
off.
she is.
She fell off the back of a moving
But you know
plane.
why I think she's really dead?
Why?
Is because she's too famous now.
Well, I don't know. John Cena's in this movie, and so's The
but
Rock.
John Cena's not, like, when it comes to movies though.
Yeah, I suppose John Cena's no Wonder Woman.
No, he's
No,
not.
and I've always said that.
You've always said, I can go on record and say he's
I've
always,
always said that
from the start of this podcast.
Even before Wonder Woman was a movie, I
Yeah.
said John Cena's no Wonder Woman.
He's no Wonder Woman.
Never has been.
Picture in the costume.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So, yeah, I mean, we were gonna talk about the Sonic clips that came out, but
Fuck that. Brothers.
brothers,
Han. Booby.
I think we just need to move on. Man, I'd watch it again if it wasn't 4 minutes long.
I know.
We'll
Yeah,
do-
the whole movie's in that first trailer.
Yeah, by the way, yeah,
That's pure Fast and Furious style as well.
Oh,
'cause he did that
totally.
with what was it?
8,
No, well,
Fast 7,
what's the spin-off called again?
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw. He done that with Hobbs and Shaw, where like the first clip was like 15 minutes long or some shit like that.
I can't wait for the trailer to Fast and Furious 10, where Dom's dad comes back.
Oh, who's his dad?
I don't know, but it'll be a post-credit scene at the end of this one.
Yeah, you think so? Family reunion.
Dom's-
Well, we never seen his mother either.
Dom's dad is going to come. His mother, probably not.
It's like Catherine Zeta-Jones or something like that.
I
Makes
don't
no
fucking
sense.
know.
Like,
Who's going to play Dom's dad?
oh, what about your man? Is it Danny Trejo?
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Maybe.
he's Mexican, isn't he?
Maybe. No, I don't know. I don't think he's not big enough.
It'll be someone, so ridiculous, like Arnold Schwarzenegger or some shit like that. He's like, okay.
Yeah, maybe. Man, brothers.
Who could play? I don't know who could play his father.
These movies are so unbelievably stupid because they're trying to sell John Cena as a threat, but Vin Diesel's ego won't let him be beaten
way.
in any way, shape, or form. At
No
no
way.
point in this trailer are you worried about anyone.
A car hits him in the face, and
he
you're
catches
like,
it.
he could take it.
John Cena
Dom could take it.
John Cena lifts him up and smashes his head through a fucking wall, and you're like, oh, well.
And
he'll
you
be
feel
fine.
bad for the wall.
You feel bad for the wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Man, we're going to watch that trailer again after this podcast is over. But first, we're going to go into news and talk about some news.
Let's do it.
So, Little Shop of Horrors remake, they're eyeing Taron Egerton for it.
Perfect.
You've never seen Little Shop of Horrors?
No, but you showed me some clips.
Yeah.
Looks great.
And I've told you, he is easily perfect. I can see him
And
as...
he's a great singer.
He's a great singer. Yeah. I think they could do a really good dark Little Shop of Horrors if they wanted to.
Jeez, the clips you showed me it was some black humor in there.
Oh yeah.
It was dark.
Oh man, it gets dark. Like I showed Ian the dentist scene. If you've ever seen Little Shop of Horrors, this is going to be a very niche talk, but I'll go through it quickly. I showed him the dentist scenes. It was Bill Murray and Steve Martin and everything. Rick Moranis is in the original. I'm 90% sure the plant is voiced by James Earl Jones, Darth Vader.
Amazing.
So yeah, I'm excited. I hope this remake actually gets made I hope they pick Taron Egerton because I think he's perfect for
great casting choice
for the main guy.
And he's got comedic chops as well.
Seymour, he does. He's such good comedic chops. And he's just a great actor. Every time I see Taron Egerton, I'm like, man, I'll watch that movie.
I was only saying to you, I seen him in a suit at one of the numerous award ceremonies that are going on at the moment, and I was like, oh, he would make a great Bond, except for his vertically challenged posture. Like, he's around 5'8", and I'm like, I mean, he's taller than me, but you know, Bond, like Sean Connery's 6'2".
Yeah.
I don't think you can go under 6 foot if you're Bond.
How tall is Daniel Craig?
I don't know. Well, he does look kind of short and stocky at times.
Yeah.
But then he can look quite tall as well. Like, you never see someone bearing over Daniel Craig either.
Batista did.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but he's like 6'4" or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, Batista's a beast. It's in his name, so. Daniel Craig. Height. 178. I think that's 6 foot.
Who's the shortest James Bond?
Roger Moore. Yeah. I knew that.
Did you know that?
I did know that. I did. Oh, man.
Fuck this. This is like...
Fuck this shit. Look.
Yeah, either way.
Okay,
Taron Egerton, great choice.
Yeah, and Daniel Craig is 1.78 meters tall, which is... And this is where you'll put in what that is in inches.
Oh, great. More work for me.
This is
Thanks.
where you're going to put... It's going to flash on screen. Could you do a Photoshop of Taron Egerton next to Daniel Craig? And then put that in. And then can you...
would you shut up?
Okay. Okay.
What are new? Oh, he's 5'10".
5'10".
Oh, well, there we go.
No, excellent.
My point was ridiculous.
No, but I mean, that's still... I don't know.
Like, it's not short. It's not short.
No, but it makes the cutoff for Bond, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, in other news, Pee Wee Herman star Paul Rubens wants the Safdie brothers, the guys who did Good Time and Uncut Gems, which came out on Netflix today and we will be watching.
Yeah. Over here in Ireland.
It
didn't get released over here. I don't think in the cinema. I didn't see it come out in the cinema.
No, neither did I. So obviously this is how we get it, and I can't say I'm complaining.
No, I can't wait to see it.
But he wants to do a dark Pee Wee Herman movie with the Safdie brothers.
And he sent them the script, and the way he said it was like, it was coming from his side of things, so of course he's going to say they're considering directing this.
Yeah, but...
I question if they're actually truly considering directing it.
I find that very unlikely.
Do you think they're in their office and like, hey, Pee Wee Herman just sent us a script and it's fucking weird?
Well, I think it's the same way that Jim Carrey was asked what movie you'd do a sequel to, you were telling me, and
he was asked what one of his movies would he like to see remade, and instead he kind of just answered the question with... It wasn't really the answer they were looking for, but he was just saying that Truman Show, he'd love to explore what happens after Truman gets out. So he kind of just starts talking about a sequel. Mm-hmm. And man, he had some good thoughts about where to take it. He was making the point that, so he's trying to escape the Truman Show. Yeah. But when he gets out today, everybody's kind of looking to be in their own Truman Show because they all have their own YouTube channel and they're thirsty for subscribers. So he's like, Truman would be really alone in the world today because he just escaped what people are running towards. Mm-hmm. So he got really deep and philosophical about the whole thing. And I was like...
want to do on most things now.
Yeah, Carrey these days. And I was just like, man, that sounds great. Just make that sequel.
Yeah, I'd watch it. So yeah... we also have... There are 2 new Transformers being written in writing rooms at the moment, apparently.
Yeah, Paramount's working on them.
Hopefully they continue with the style of Bumblebee.
I hope there's just a big sign saying no Bay allowed.
No Bay allowed.
Yeah.
He's in there.
What's your name? Michael Bay? Michael Bay!
Michael Bay. Michael Bay, Michael Bay.
Yeah. That has to be our new thing now.
Michael Bay. Yeah. People do, if people are turned off by swearing, we can just come up with...
Yeah, that's our blooper. That's our beep.
Yeah,
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay. I like that.
If you don't like swearing, Michael Bay.
Yeah, exactly. Lethal Weapon 5 is to be remade because it's already been made.
Oh, yeah. So what's made? The canon's all over the place now because it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
They've done 2 legitimate sequels to Lethal Weapon.
And fantastic, might I add.
Fantastic sequels.
Really timely.
Timely. They hold up. They age very well.
Very well.
And the casting in it is just stellar.
Superb.
All the decisions made in those movies.
Just midway through and all.
Top notch.
Yeah.
And
strength to strength.
Yeah, so I don't know how the remake is going to be as good as the original, but apparently, Richard Donner is going to come back. Is it Richard Donner? Yeah, Richard Donner.
The 89-year-old director.
Yeah, he's going to come back.
And which way will I point the camera? Like 89.
89 is old.
Man, if I'm eating solid food, if I'm alive at 89, I'll be doing well.
I'll make sure you aren't. Don't worry.
Oh, so thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Imagine directing, though.
I couldn't. I don't think I'd be able to go to the bathroom at 89.
Yeah, totally not. Well,
I won't live that long.
Yeah.
100%.
Probably not, yeah.
I have to my 60s at the most.
At the most.
At the most. But
man, like, this is another level of too old for this shit.
Yeah, I mean, literally everyone involved in this is too old for this shit.
So in the first movie, they were too well.
Danny Glover
was too old for this shit.
Yeah.
That was how long ago?
I don't know. And by the 4th movie, Mel Gibson was too old for this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So everyone involved has got to be too old. And I love Lethal Weapon. I've recently watched all 4 of them. 1987 was when the original came out.
1987. So Danny Glover was too old for that shit in 1987.
And
that's over 30 years ago.
The last Lethal Weapon movie was released in 1998.
Wow.
That is 22 years ago.
And like, it hasn't started filming either. Like, it's just the script is still being worked on.
They can't be anything other than grandparents, right?
Oh, what's your man's name? Imagine Joe Pesci came back. Because, hey, man, now he's dusted off the old acting cobwebs.
Leo Getz.
He is superb in those movies.
He's very, very good in those movies.
Can you imagine him? He gets to be Joe Pesci.
Okay. That's what he does in those movies.
Please bring him back.
Please. Right. I don't know if there's any other big news. Oh, Birds of Prey, the first reactions are in, and surprise, surprise, people are liking it. These first reactions are just so farcical. Like, how much did it cost you for that positive reaction? I know.
I'm not even saying the movie's bad. It's just that every movie these days has the most positive first reactions
every single time. I can't remember, like, Justice League, Batman versus Superman.
I remember that specifically.
Yeah.
Because I have ingrained in my mind the fucking lie of this is the best superhero movie ever made.
Yeah.
I read that.
Yeah,
I read that statement. 2 days later, it's 37% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm sitting in the cinema just submerged in my own feces. Like, I was just like, it's shitting in my eyes. Like, Batman vs Superman is literally shitting in my eyes.
And people will be like, oh, listen, if you don't like that movie, you just don't understand the nuances and what Zack Snyder was trying to go for.
I don't understand. I'm just getting over that severe pink eye from watching that movie.
We get it. You think Superman is Jesus.
Yes.
We get it.
Or Zack Snyder's Jesus.
I don't know.
But he's God.
He's God. Superman, we get that you think he's Jesus. I haven't missed anything in those movies. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay? It's a bad movie. End of. And I'm saying this as someone who is a fan.
I know. That's the thing. A lot of the things that we shit on is because we're upset because we want them to be good.
Yeah.
And I always make this point that I'm actually biased.
Yeah.
Like, when I go into Birds of Prey, like, I want it to be good. And I will give it a few allowances. Like, I'll actually kind of go, come on. Okay, you slipped up there, but come on, you're gonna pull back. Pull back.
Bring it back.
Yeah. And then... So when I say Batman vs Superman is terrible or Justice League is terrible, it's because I was heartbroken when I watched it. I was like, oh.
Like,
okay.
I don't know if I could be paid to go back and watch all the modern DCEU movies.
DCEU.
Because it like Shazam, Wonder Woman, I don't really want to watch them again, but they wouldn't be that bad. But watching Justice League again, watching Suicide Squad again, watching Batman v Superman again, Man of Steel.
I would watch Man of Steel again. It's a long enough movie, though.
It's very long. That's the thing with those movies. All of them are so long. They're all long. Yeah. Nothing is cut out.
Even Aquaman's long.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about Aquaman.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd watch it for Patrick Wilson.
His suit
at the end is awesome. I don't care. Aquaman, like, I like Jason Momoa. He has the classic suit. he just plays Jason Momoa. He's not really Aquaman.
Permission to come aboard.
Permission to come aboard. Ugh.
You're so sexy.
Yeah, he's a sexy man. Oh man, Amber Heard. Woo.
She eats a plant.
She does.
She's out.
Yeah, that's true. Damn it. But
hey, look, this is funny. She's eating a plant. You're like,
get it?
Stop.
Get it? But Patrick Wilson, man, he looks great in that suit at the end. Me too.
Night Owl.
Night Owl. Yeah. Can you go wrong? There's just something about him. Like I just like him. You know? And his suit looks great, and everything in Aquaman is insane and off the wall, and I kind of like that.
I remember showing my girlfriend some movie with Patrick Wilson in it, and I'm like, look, he's really good. I think it was The Conjuring, the first Conjuring. And I was like, he's really good, I really like him. And she's like, oh yeah, Patrick Wilson, I really like him. And I'm like, wait, how'd you know him? And she's like, he's naked in an episode of Girls. I'm like, oh, okay.
Is he?
Yeah.
Never seen that.
Well, you don't get to see the dong though. I don't think he hangs dong, but you get to see a lot of them.
Cool.
She showed me the. Cool, I'm in, man.
I'll watch that. Yeah.
I think he plays ping pong.
Naked.
With his ding dong out.
Hey, I didn't know Patrick Wilson did cool shit too. Man, I like him even more now. I'm gonna watch that when I go home. So yeah, Birds of Prey first reactions are in. Everything's positive. Yada yada yada.
I hope they're actually positive.
Me too. I hope it's for good reasons, but I am distrustful of these things.
It's getting so ridiculous at this point.
I'm glad the article wasn't recommended to me of the first reaction, because I would have become annoyed about it.
Yeah, I read one or two and I was like, oh, no, I don't even want to know.
I don't even want to know.
I want to make up my mind for myself. It comes out the 7th of February.
Yeah.
February, which is like a week away, which is so strange.
Yeah, and it's around the same time that Mythic Quest comes out as well, which is the new Rob McElhenney show that I'm very excited to watch.
Which he co-created with Charlie Day.
Charlie Day, yeah, who does not show up in any of the trailers, but I guarantee you is in there somewhere.
Oh, at least in voice.
He's fucking...
He voices a character.
He is in there somewhere, and I'm going to sniff him out.
And it was recently renewed for a second season, and David Hornsby, Rickety Cricket, is on the writing team.
Yeah, he's on the writing team for Always Sunny as well, though.
Oh, he's in the show as well.
Oh, yeah.
He always does like at least one episode a season, doesn't he?
Oh,
It's Always Sunny.
He's very involved in the writing process of Always Sunny, because he's a very funny guy. And he's married to someone surprising, and I always forget.
Yes.
The lady from Bones. That's it.
I'm always like, what?
Yeah.
Rickety, man.
My man. But yeah, and the last bit of news is the Batman. It's begun.
It's happened.
It's happening.
Batman Begins.
Oh,
again.
And Peter Skarsgård is not
Two-Face.
Has said he's not Two-Face.
Well, no, not he hasn't said it. Like Warner Brothers did like a press release saying that he's some attorney.
Okay. Which
sounds kind of like Harvey Dent, but like they give him a name. It's like an original character.
Okay.
But I hope he plays Two-Face.
Me too. I kind of hope he's Two-Face.
I hope they're just trying to pull the wool over our eyes. And it's like, hey, it starts and it's like, hey, Harvey. And they're like,
they're hoping to throw the acid in our face. Oh, yeah. Get it? Pull the wool over our eyes, acid in the face.
I like it.
I'm
picking up what you're laying down.
There's something about Two-Face. I really like that character.
Two-Face is great. I've loved him since the cartoons.
Me too. And he was voiced by Clancy Brown in the cartoons.
No way.
And I always loved Clancy Brown, because he when he's voicing Harvey Dent, like, he's so good at just being this charismatic, hey, I'm kind of like a Bruce Wayne type.
Yeah.
And when he gets into Two-Face, he's down here. And
I love the lip.
The lip that's up. Yeah, it's great.
You get the Justice League CGI team to do the lip in post.
Lip.
Oh, we can do that in post.
I love how Christopher Eccleston looks as Two-Face. It looks so realistic.
Aaron Eckhart.
Why did I say Christopher Eccleston?
I don't know. Maybe because you're an idiot.
Meh, that's true. Christopher Eccleston was the original Doctor Who, not the new Who Doctor Who. Welsh guy.
I know who you're talking about. He's the dark elf as well, isn't he?
He's Malekith.
I'm a bad guy. I'm an elf. No, but I'm a dark elf.
I'm a dark elf.
They were like the worst. So wasted. Yeah. Why are they bad guys? Because they're the dark elves. They're called the dark elves. They're not the bright elves.
But Thor 2 is now important because of Endgame.
Why?
Because he goes back to his mother in Endgame.
Yes. Yeah. And Natalie Portman, they just secretly pushed her in there because they were just like unused scenes.
She was like, you're not. Natalie Portman's not coming back for this. I was like, someone tell her that Taika wants to make her Thor.
Yeah. Okay. But that's unused footage.
I know,
from Thor 2. So in a way, they just snuck her in there.
Yeah.
I think she had to just do a little bit of dialogue, a little bit of ADR.
Doesn't she call out Rocket being like a rat or something?
Something like that.
I don't fucking know. Anyway, the Batman officially begins filming. We desperately want to see an official press release of the costume before any set photos come out.
I thought when they would announce that first day of principal photography has begun.
Or even get a logo.
Yes.
Or something.
But I really thought we'd see the Batsuit, because we were talking about this before the podcast. It's great to get ahead of all those on-set crappy CCTV shots where the suit doesn't look right, it looks unfinished, and we can't help ourselves. We're going to tear it apart. We're going to go in there, we're going to zoom in. Just release. Zack Snyder did it perfectly, where he released a black and white image of Ben Affleck in the Batsuit next to the Batmobile, and everyone just feasted on it and loved it.
Oh, it's so good. And especially because apparently they're going for a more stripped back kind of proto Batsuit.
Show me it,
just show me it. And apparently it's going to be grey and blue, but not like fully grey and blue, but they're going for that kind of style. And
I want one of two things. If they're not going to give me a Batsuit picture, I want to see Robert Pattinson with his shirt off.
Okay.
I want to see what the Batbod looks like.
Me too. I want to see the Batbod too. Like I want the scene in the Ant-Man trailer where he's dabbing his abs, and you're like, oh my god, Paul Rudd, Mr. Rudd.
Let me get some cheese and grate it there.
Yeah, exactly.
Stand on the bench with those abs,
Mr. Rudd. Please.
Whew.
Please.
Put a shirt on.
I think you're trying to seduce me, Mr. Rudd.
6 to midnight. I'm just going to keep using that today.
Yeah, that's the phrase of the day, easily.
I didn't know I was thirsty until I seen that, and I was like, okay.
I'm always thirsty.
I'm
parched. Anyway, so those are our demands. Batman. Matt Reeves. We want to see the Batsuit or shirtless Robert Pattinson.
Preferably both.
If Robert Pattinson could put up a social media just showing what good shape he's in.
Or he's in the cowl, but he's topless.
Sexy. Or and he has like a cat claw mark there, and you're like, oh.
For a minute I thought you were going to say a tattoo, and I was like,
yeah, he has.
No, it's a tramp stamp. The pat symbol.
The pat symbol. Yes,
as a tramp stamp.
I love it. The pat symbol. Oh, he has a tramp stamp bat. He has Batman written across his forehead, tattooed, so we know who he is.
Undamaged.
He would still have damage written across his forehead. Actually, funny enough. I can't wait.
Show me it.
Show me something. Show me, give me a character reveal. Show me Penguin, show me Catwoman, show me Alfred.
I want the Batsuit. Like I want to eat that shit up.
Give me the Batsuit.
Give me the Batsuit.
Give me the bat. Give me the bat. Give me the bat. Give me the bat, Marge. Give me the bat. Yeah, we want to see that. So, to wrap this episode up, Hunk and Skunk of the Week. We wrote these before we saw the trailer, and I cannot think of something more worthy.
Yes, so we've got two hunks. We got John Cena's right arm, and we got John Cena's left arm. The fucking guns, baby.
Who we now know to be Dominic Toretto's little brother.
Mr.
Toretto. Oh, my God. I'm so glad I didn't.
Johnny Toretto.
I'm so glad I didn't know that until watching the trailer.
Here's John Cena.
You know his whole "you can't see me" thing was based on a dare.
Really? I thought it was because visual.
Well, you can't see him. Yeah. No, but his brother. There was this big thing of 50 Cent, like he was doing this in the club video, and his brother, when they were doing the rap, they played the music for him to see, like, as a sounding board to see if it was good.
Oh, cool.
And his brother dared him. He was like, "I bet you won't go up and do this or whatever, and you won't go up and do this when you're going out." And John Cena was like, "I didn't want to just go up and do this, so I turned it into this. You can't see me," and now it's this whole thing.
It's mad.
Love it.
It's got it's been going for a decade.
It's crazy.
Got some serious life.
I love John Cena.
Such a simple gimmick, you know.
I know. He's great in blockers, and I can't wait to see him in this movie.
I know. He better give it to Toretto.
I hope he beats the shit out of Vin Diesel.
Beats the brakes off him. Beats him out of the Toretto family.
Oh, man. And I mean, let's be honest. He's coming to that barbecue at the end. He's coming. He's coming to that barbecue. Or they're going
holding the new Simba baby.
Or they're going to reconcile, and his dad
shows up and he's a
kills
bad guy.
Him.
Yeah.
And he gets in front of the bullet for Dom. Bing! Yeah.
It would actually bounce off, but no, he takes it. He takes it.
He takes the bullet for Dom, and he dies.
It ends with Dominic Toretto holding his brother.
You and my brother.
And he's like, "I always loved you.
I loved you.
Family."
And he's like, family. Protect Brian Jr. Oh, he dies.
Forgive Father.
Yeah. Or yeah, he dies and he's like, you can still save Dad.
Yeah, he can be saved.
He can be saved. Give him a chance or something. Oh, I don't fucking know.
I love it. I'm in.
I'm in, baby. We've written the movie for you.
Yeah,
We're in.
There you go. You're welcome.
And Skunk we've given to Big Vinny D.
Big Vinny D.
Big Vinny D and his ego. Can't be beaten in a fight by one person.
There's 15 guys trampling on him. And I still don't know if he loses that fight.
I'm still not convinced.
Put it this way. A car smacks him in the face and the car loses.
Yeah. So that's all you need to know. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you. So we would like to thank you very much for listening to episode 34 of Straight to Series.
Thank you for showing up.
Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. It really helps us so much. And, you know, we're trying to grow this out and do, you know.
And if you don't tell a friend, Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.